Good morning, Kenya, and thank you for joining us right here on Afarmers Media. My name is Zaitun Ali. I know you're seeing a new face. I tell you, it's new year, new faces, new content, and amazing good vibes from us. So remember, here at Afarmers Media, we help farmers to convert their farm into agribusiness, and also we help them to learn, connect, and grow right here. And this is the breakfast show with me, Zaitun Ali, every single Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and we're going to talk about an amazing topic. You better stay tuned, sit down, relax, and get to listen to this. My topic for today is mental wellness of a farmer. We have seen how mental wellness has been a very critical issue right here in Kenya, all over the world, and it is touching so many hearts. So it's a conversation that people avoid talking about, but today we're going to talk about it in depth. Why does a farmer go through these mental wellness issues? So many things contribute to these issues, and such include crop losses. There are also natural disasters. These farmers also have some farm debts. They also have shortage of laborers in their farms. So amongst all these, we're going to discuss them in depth and let you know how best to find a solution to mental health. So welcome to the show, and it's going to be an amazing ride. I can't wait for you to tune in more and more and listen to us. So as we start, let me start with the first one of crop losses. So why we say farmers undergo mental wellness issues in terms of, let me first of all tell you some of these mental issues, what they include. We have stress and disorder, we also have anxiety, and also these mental issues are suicidal thoughts, amongst them also withdrawal and alcoholism. So all these are contributors to they are a result to the mental issues. And what drives this farmer into these issues? We can start with the crop losses. Crop losses in a farm. What do you think we mean? Because you can find a farmer has planted, it's the season, he's planting maybe the right crops, but now in terms of maybe he never put enough fertilizers, or maybe the soil is just not for that certain crop, and you find that the yields are not as what he expected. Maybe he had invested a lot, but in return, he's not getting enough as he had expected. So this can cause a farmer to go back to stress, anxiety, and disorder. And remember, this topic of discussion, we want the conversation to keep on going. Also on our social media handles, we are at Afarmers with a Z _ on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Facebook we're at Afarmers Media, and also African Farmers Club. Like we talk about all these issues on our social media platforms, and also the number of to call and SMS is on the screen below. So make sure you talk to us and tell us what you think about this topic. If you've been a victim of the same, please kindly share your story and tell us how you were able to move on from this. So back to the crop losses. When these crop losses bring the stress and anxiety to the farmer, they end up feeling discouraged because of the work they put in and the effort they put in, and then no yields, produce. They're not getting as enough produce as they thought they will be. So some of the things also contribute to the farm debts. We can move on to the farm debts in terms of when a farmer is planting. Maybe they had no enough financial support, financial empowerment. So they end up wanakopa huku, they're asking for money from this other side. You see, when they come to get all these farm debts, when people start talking about repaying their money, and maybe the crop loss, the farmer had undergone crop losses, he doesn't have enough to bring back to the table, and also pay the debts that he had, and also maybe support the family, also support himself as well, maintain the shamba as well, and all this can lead the farmer to go back to depression as well. So these are the things that we might be able to, we as farmers out there need to be able to put into consideration when we are taking this debt. We need not to overestimate or take something that is not within our budget. Take something small that will be able to sustain you all through, and you will be able to pay back, you know. So make a financial plan and a financial budget to be able to guide you all through this time, as you to be able to guide you all through this time as you're going through the farming and all. So even if you undergo a crop loss in any time, you won't be able to, you're not going back to the debts. So aside from those two, we also have acquiring natural resources as one of the main factor that causes the farmers to go back into depression. So one can acquire the natural resources are things like land, things like water, water. We can even say rain. Yes. So such and such can also, when a farmer doesn't get enough to sustain the farm, of course, they will be depressed. In these terms, we can talk about natural resources like land. Let's talk about how, in fact, in a place where, in our Kenyan and African society, most of the time, women are not entitled to get the land. The people who are inheriting the land are the men, and maybe the firstborn, the males in the family, and then the ladies are now put aside. And you can find that this lady is the one with a passion for farming and someone with accountability, responsibility, as opposed to the firstborn brother. But now, the firstborn brother is being given the land and not using it as expected and as supposed to be, how it's supposed to be. So you get that the land is being misused. They maybe find clients to maybe sell the land to, whereas if you would have given this lady, they would have taken care of it in farming and created maybe some employment in that farm, created food security, increased the food security. There will be economic development, but now this is not the case because of how the African culture is. So people, we need to check a few things here and there and see, who are you giving this responsibility to? Farming is just not a job. It's something like, we might say it's a lifestyle. We need to give this person something that they will be comfortable doing even at any given time, that this farming, it will not be an issue, and they will be able to be responsible about it and get the best produce, know which soil is good, know how the irrigation methods, know what plants to farm at which season. And that is what we need. We need to empower these natural resources to people who will best use it. And this comes back to our MCAs. It's now, we're going to election time. Our MCAs, our governors, these land grabbing issues in our society should stop. Yes, we know people, the society is increasing, the population is increasing, people are in need of housing and all, but we cannot just smamisha a whole building each and every place. We need to also safeguard some resources, for some land for farming, so that we can ensure that food security is enhanced here in our countries, because that is what most of the time sub-Saharan Africa we are going through. Food security is an issue, and we need to enhance it and improve on what we are doing. Another issue is a major one: lack of finances. And there was an American Farm Bureau who predicted that financial issues contribute 91% to mental wellness of a farmer, the mental disorder of a farmer, because they're not empowered financially. They're not empowered financially. Yes, me as Zaitun, I have the farm. But now again, I don't have the tools. I don't have the fertilizers. I don't have the seedlings. I don't have enough money to cater for all this. So what do I do as a farmer? And I want to start and engage in farming as soon as possible because the season is here. What can I do? So you find a farmer is very stressed about getting the money to be able to maintain the land, the farm, and everything, and it becomes an issue. And you see that we started talking about circles out here empowering the farmers, that they can hold them and empower them financially. They can be able to go acquire, to give them loans for them that they can be able to repay within a comfortable period of time. And this will be amazing because you will empower this farmer with the necessary resources for him or her to be able to make sure that the farm is well maintained and the produce are coming out well. So we need to even talk to the banks out there, maybe sponsors who can come on board and also just empower these farmers, mostly in the rural areas. They go through a lot. And also in terms of lack of finances, we also have the youth who are lying under this category, because the youth are normally not able to finance themselves well, because of lack of employment. They're just young, they're starting life. Starting life is the hardest task, especially in Nairobi, and all of you can attest to that. So we need these circles to be able to support them, the farmer support groups. And you know what, at e-farmers here, we have a club called the Africa Farmers Club, where we tell you that our tagline is learning, connecting, and growing. So there we connect you people to the necessary sponsors out there, the necessary circles who want to invest in farming, who can even sponsor these people, these farmers out here, who can also offer the financial help that they need accorded to. And you can get them right there on e-farmers, Africa Farmers Club on Facebook mostly. Yes. And before we go on with all the other topics of discussion, we want to check the weather. And right here in Kenya, how is the weather forecast? So for all you farmers out there who are trying to plan with this rain, it seems like it's up and down, up and down, up and down. It's here, it's not here. It's here, it's there. It's here, it's there. Yesterday, there were rains, by the way, in the evening and around Nairobi, which caused a lot of traffic. Yes, we can see that even today, there will be rains. Lows of 18 in Nairobi in the afternoon, but Mombasa, there's highs of 27. It's gonna be sunny. All those who want to go on a vacation, Mombasa is the place, guys. And for Nakuru, and before that, we will also have a topic to discuss on those farmers who are in Mombasa with the sun shining, with no rains. We will have a topic to discuss at farming in the coastal region, coming up every single Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Be sure to catch us. And also Nakuru, we have rains in the afternoon. In the morning it's going to be a little bit sunny. In the afternoon it's going to be rainy with lows of 19. There's Eldoret. Eldoret is cloudy and there are going to be drizzles with lows of 17. Kisumu is sunny, very, very sunny, highs of 24. There's Thika. Thika is going to rain massively, lows of 21. Malindi again is sunny. Kitale is a little bit chilly, just cloudy and chilly. No rains yet though. So all those mahindi, when you're unapanda mahindi, please ngoje kidogo, the rain is not yet there. There's Garissa again. Garissa is sunny. Kakamega is raining. Watu wa Ingoho, please. It's raining, so yeah, we can continue farming. And just before we go on, we can check the roads as well. Mombasa Road coming to Kitengela, it is okay. No traffic over there. There's Magadi Road from Rongai, a little bit of traffic until Masai Lodge, but yes, from Masai Lodge it's flowing okay. Westlands, Wayaki Way, it is okay. CBD no traffic. Thika Road along Pangani, and yes, Pangani over there is a little bit of traffic. And there's also traffic along, this is where, yes, Kikuyu coming to Thika Road, there's a little bit of traffic. Yes, so if you're using those routes, I can see Jogoo Road is okay, but along Muthurwa, it's a little bit congested, so you can avoid. If you can avoid those areas, please be well informed about that. Yes, and as we go on, there's a quote that I want to say. As we're talking about farmers, remember, the master's eye is the best fertilizer. So without the master's eye, without you, the farmer, we can never have the great produce. So you better stick in and stay tuned and learn about each and everything that we're talking about here, about mental wellness, because we care for you as a farmer. We need you to be highly productive. You know, you guys are the heart of this world. Without the food, without everything, we are nothing. So we need you farmers to be okay. And we're going to talk more about the causes of mental wellness so that you may be aware about this. And we are also going to touch a little bit on on the solutions and on the results of this, and how we can be able to curb mental disorders in our societies. Not only for the farmers, if you're also not a farmer, you can also tune in and listen to this, because it cuts across. A farmer is a human being like me and you, and it cuts across. So we're going on a very short commercial break, and we're coming back with more as we talk about these mental disorders. Yes, stay tuned.
Beetroot is a highly nutritious root vegetable. The beetroot is the top proportion of a beet plant. It is one of the many varieties of the genus Beta vulgaris, all of which are mostly grown for their edible taproots and leaves. Beetroot is a root crop that takes approximately 3 to 4 months to mature. Beetroot is a fairly easy crop to grow as long as the soil is well cultivated prior to planting. Beetroots do not enjoy wet, boggy or shady soils. Beetroot can be sown in trays and transplanted when the seedlings have 2 true leaves. Plant in full sun, space seedlings 10 to 15 centimeters apart, and rows 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters apart so they have room to grow. Beetroots are also ideal for containers or raised beds. Beetroots will happily thrive in small areas as long as there's at least 20 centimeters depth of soil. Beetroot has been used not only for food but also for treatment for numerous conditions.
Agriculture is the art and science of cultivating the soil, growing crops, and raising livestock. Agriculture provides most of the world's food and fabrics. It is not only a source of food and income, but also creates employment opportunities for many people in the world. Over 1 billion people worldwide work in agriculture, generating 2.4 trillion for the global economy. The global impact of farming on the environment is revealed that 40% of the Earth's land is now given over to agriculture. Agricultural development is one of the most powerful tools to end extreme poverty, boost shared prosperity, and feed a projected 9.7 billion people by 2050. And we, the Afarmers Media, roll the carpet for you as we welcome you to our thrilling farm visits to different farmers that educate and inspire you in different sectors in agriculture. Catch us also on our shows on all our social media platforms as we bring you educative and informative information that will help you learn and guide you on your agriculture journey to success. Our farmers attain knowledge and grow profits.
Beetroot is a highly nutritious root vegetable. The beetroot is the top proportion of a beet plant. It is one of the many varieties of the genus Beta vulgaris, all of which are mostly grown for their edible taproots and leaves. Beetroot is a root crop that takes approximately 3 to 4 months to mature. Beetroot is a fairly easy crop to grow as long as the soil is well cultivated prior to planting. Beetroots do not enjoy wet, boggy or shady soils. Beetroot can be sown in trays and transplanted when the seedlings have 2 true leaves. Plant in full sun, space seedlings 10 to 15 centimeters apart, and rows 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters apart so they have room to grow. Beetroots are also ideal for containers or raised beds. Beetroots will happily thrive in small areas as long as there's at least 20 centimeters depth of soil. Beetroot has been used not only for food but also for treatment for numerous conditions.
Welcome back, welcome back. And if you just joined us, you're not too late. We were just talking about the mental wellness of a farmer right here in Kenya, in Africa, and all over the world. So the discussion has been amazing, and we're also having a little bit of feedback. But before we go to the feedback, amongst this mental wellness disorders that cause the stress, the anxiety, we can also talk about pesticide exposure. And pesticide exposure comes in this fact that Market Access Upgrade Program, they're called MACAP, they're partnering with the European Union and UNIDO to come and sensitize the farmer about pesticide use, pesticide labeling, and how to store and also maybe not reuse these things, and how to dispose the pesticides and make sure you're using it in the best possible way just because of your health. Your health is important as a farmer, and that is why MACAP right here are coming to you and sensitizing you about pesticide use and exposure to it. So make sure you also follow them and on their social media handles at MACAP on Facebook and Instagram, and also on their website you will get much more information about the pesticide information. So MACAP, thank you for this, guys, and they're also a contributing factor of the solution, one of the solution to these mental wellness issues. Okay, and before then I can maybe sample a few of the feedback right here from our SMS line, and I'm seeing there's Mary here. Hi, Afarmers Media, the show is amazing and the topic of discussion is also amazing. I had a concern because my mother is a farmer, and of late she hasn't gotten enough money to take me to school, and this is because her produce are not coming up well as she expected. So she is stressed about it, and what can we do? Another person here is saying also, I am Ruby from Kiambu, and she's saying I've been quite stressed about farming because I had planted some watermelons, and right now I only see 2 or 3 seedlings germinating. What might be the problem? Okay, yes, thank you for that. And also I can see Timothy saying here stress. He's reading Swahili and he's saying stress ni stress kabisa kwa sababu farming is not easy right here. Mimi kama kwanza kwa shamba yangu sina watu wa kunisaidia. All my workers left me high and dry. This is very stressful, please help. So amongst those feedback are the things that we're also going to talk about right here. Some of the causes of the stress disorder and the mental issues that arise within a farmer. And that, as we talked about the pesticide exposure. Let's start with that before we go to answer these questions that we've gotten on the feedback. Pesticide exposure, this means that it can be harmful to your health as a farmer if not used in the correct way. So this will not only just cause the stress, but it will also come across the health issues that will also need you to changia also in terms of finances and all, and it will drain you. So we need to create awareness on how to use these pesticides, which are the best. You just can't come as a farmer and just spray everywhere on your land. You just need to know how best to spray, where to spray it. Is it on the plant exactly? Is it in the soil? Which ones are you supposed to use that are human friendly as well? And also, what protective gear are you as a farmer supposed to have when you're spraying around the farm with these pesticides? And again, the pesticide exposure, you're not supposed to be reusing these bottles for the ones that have the chemicals. You're not supposed to finish up, then again go at a wash and recycle, and then put another pesticide over there. That will not work. Actually, it's not supposed to be done like that. You're supposed to just dispose. Once it's done, you're supposed to dispose and maybe just burn it somewhere far away and keep away from the reach of children. Please, please, please. They don't know about this, and utaweza pata siku moja amechukua yeye anafikiria ni ya kuspray kwa nyumba, maybe marashi, you never know. So keep away from the reach of the children. Yes, and make sure that you're using it in the right possible way. Like I said, markup, you can just check up the website, and you'll also find much more information on our pages on Africa Farmers Club, Afarmers Media on Instagram and Facebook. You will get them there, and you'll get the necessary information that you need to know about the usage of pesticides. So keep that in awareness. Yes, tusijiletee shida wenyewe kama farmers. And again, we talked about the stress that our audience here is going through, and you need to be, as in being a farmer, you need to be open-minded. Not all the time the farm will be able to produce the best like you expected. Like there's even a quote that used to say, life on a farm is a school of patience. You cannot hurry the crops or make the ox in 2 days, okay? It is a process, step by step, one step at a time. Yes, you can't be a farmer today and expect to have the best produce tomorrow. There are certain skills and techniques that you need to learn along the way, and it needs patience. And for you as a farmer, you need to acquire the patience, and don't be in a hurry to get money. Hapo sasa ndio shida inaanzia. Utakuwa in a hurry to get money, and that is when the money will also, you'll suffer losses, huge losses. You can also be able to just take it one step at a time. Have a farm plan. When am I planting? When am I harvesting? When am I irrigating? A farm plan is very important. And I'm talking about a farm plan because right here also on Afarmers Media, we're also going to have feature stories about Farm Plan Monday that will also be coming every single Monday with our reporter, Brian Wenda. So you better stay tuned on how and get to learn on how to plan your farm, and also so many things about the market. They will be running on Monday to Friday every single day with different topics with Brian Wenda. So you better stay tuned. So as we're talking about that, you take the farm one step at a time and make sure that the produce that you're getting is legit. Produce legit, yes, and the money will come eventually. You no need to hurry. So you when you calm, more things happen in the best possible way, as opposed to when you're distressed and when you're anxious and you're in a hurry to get something. So make sure you take one step at a time when you're doing that. So Mama Mary, who don't worry, the produce are going to make it's going to get better by the day. And also if you're long, if you can get some SACCO or some support for the women who can be able to finance you, and you can be able to invest more in the farming, don't worry, it will pay off soon, and Mary will be back in school. Okay, yes, so I think we're going to again move on to the next some of the courses. We have a lot, and you have the time to chambua them one step at a time. So another one, lack of labor. You've heard Timothy anasema kwa shamba ana farm alone. He's getting overwhelmed because his workers walimwacha high and dry and they left the farm for him. So you get most of the time that stress comes in is when a farmer is really fatigued. A farmer is taking time, so much time in the farm, forgetting that they are supposed to also hang out with family, also hang out with friends, also unwind and take a chill pill. So these are the things that farmers also forget. But how can we be able to help them? Lack of laborers is a thing, and we all need help. We can agree we all need help. Most of the farm laborers, most of the time, wanawacha the farmers without even notice, wanaenda kabisa, na wengine they even go and steal. I'm sure we've had such cases, and if you're a victim of this, kindly tell me on our social media platforms. Tell me your story, and we can chambua and help someone learn out there. Getting these workers is also another process. as much as you want just to get someone maybe from the jirani ana kazi ana nini, you just take him and tell him to come and help you on the farm. No, I don't think that is the right way, because the farm has a strategy as well, and even as you're employing these people to come and work in this farm, you need a strategy. You need to revolve around the HR techniques and all, as professionally as in an 8 to 5 job. Okay, so make sure that you getting someone who is qualified, someone who has the passion to do this work, not someone you're just forcing to do because anataka maybe the 500 bob maybe at the end of the day, or whatever amount of money you're giving them. So make sure they have the passion for it, they have the skill for it, and they have the resilience and also the diligence to come and work. You can also do a normal interview. Don't be afraid of interviewing them. This is the same case as even people out here who, I'm sure some of us who are mothers out here can relate with them, house nannies and domestic managers. It is the same thing. Do not be afraid of interviewing them, learning their background, where they are from, what they have done in the previous time. Have they ever worked before? Have they taken care of a kid before? This farm is your kid as well. So take time and let discover where is he coming from, where is she coming from, what is his strength, and what kind of experiences did he or she have. Can it be enable him or her to work in the farm? So take time, analyze, because when you get someone who is skillful and ready to do this job, we will avoid all this being left high and dry without notice and all. So you can come up also with a contract. Be professional as possible. Come up with a contract. Mwandikishiane chini. I am hiring you on this certain day. You're supposed, if you want to go, give me a notice for this day. If it's within this period of 3 months, you can give me a notice of 1 week. If it's beyond the 3 months, our contract is going for 1 year, you're supposed to give me a 1 month notice. You're going to so and so, you're going back home, you're going to get married, you're going to do, don't leave me here. Okay? So, and you as also the employer, the farmer himself, owner of the land, make sure you're taking care of these laborers, these farm workers. Okay? Take care of them as you you are being taken care of, and as maybe someone else who is doing a normal office job is being taken care of. If you're in a position to also offer what is it called, insurance, health insurance, go ahead, take care of them well, give them off days. They need also to relax. Ensure the portions that you're giving them is something that they will be able to handle. Do not overwork them. Ensure you're also giving them something they're really great at doing, and something they're skilled at doing. Okay, do not give them something that they cannot manage and they end up as well being distressed, and they're overworking, they're having stress issues, they're not even getting time to spend with their family. It's the same way. Like put yourself in their shoes, empathize, and also be able to know what will work for them. And if you empower them in that way, you can be able to see now amazing products in your farm, and also you will relax. And also for farmers, some of us, we fail at asking for help. We know that it is overwhelming, we know that something went wrong, but you're afraid of asking for help. Why? You'll be seen as a weakling. Another thing is you're supposed to be able to manage your farm. The others who are left for the farm before you were able to take care of it, now why can you fail? There's so much pressure. There's so much pressure that you're going through. But remember, we're supposed to be able to be in a position to ask for help whenever it is overwhelming. Do not forget that. Yes, it is very important. And as well as we know, farmers get into a position that they get the stress of meeting demands out here in Kenya. You know how that could be, but do not. I know people need to eat on a daily basis, but you can just plan yourself well and be able to get a day off, or just a day off, or maybe some hours off every single day. If you cannot just leave your farm for a whole day, you can just seclude some certain hours and make sure you're resting and you're doing something that you'll be able to just unwind and come back refreshed and strong and ready to tackle the farm. Okay? So make sure rest is the lack of labor comes in with the taking rest and also getting the right people to work for you in that farm. I hope this is clear enough, because that is one of the most challenging things that most farmers go through. Workers leave them like that. So if you're able to start this and be as professional as possible even when hiring them, and as distinct as possible even in the first period of time, that this is what you need and this is what you need to be achieving all through in this period of time, we need to be clear about it from the way go. Don't just take anyone or pick anyone who doesn't even have the passion for it. So that will help us grow as farmers. Another thing that we haven't talked about, I have touched on the health issues and in the farm for workers, but also for farmers. This is something that we need to look into. Most of the time farmers get sick, and maybe you don't have enough money based on the trade of their work. Most of the time when you get bulk, it goes now again, a bulk of money, it goes back to investing in the farm. So you end up maybe getting sick. This one is not like for end month that I know I'm assured I'll get this amount of money for end month and I can save this and this and this. For the farmer, he has to spend daily spending and make a budget for himself every single day. So getting sick for them is impromptu. Trust me. Yeah, it's impromptu. It's inconvincing. Yeah. So what can we do as a farmers? And I know maybe you going and taking the money out of the pocket, for you it's very stressful. So how can we be able to ensure that farmers also get health insurance? Out here, it is very, very important for a farmer to get health insurance, and this can be able to achieve this with the farmers circles, and the farmers supporting. We can get the supporting clubs that know the rights of the farmers. We can get the banks that also can help and insure these farmers and get the health insurances. Also, NHIF is doing a good job, because they can be able to register under NHIF and go and get treated also as well. So these are the things that you're supposed to worry about when you're getting into farming. And when health is an important factor, and you need to curb it whenever it's possible. You need to ensure your health is way okay, so that you can be able to be productive even at work and at the farm. So we can issue this statement maybe to the government and the farming clubs and rights outside there and the societies, that they can be able to ensure that farmers also get the health insurance that they need. Okay, that can be also important for a farmer, even this time of COVID-19. You're having so many workers, maybe for the tea plantations, they're having so many workers in the farm, and you need to regulate distance. You need to check on who's wearing a mask. It's very hard for someone to wear a mask in the shamba as they are digging, trust me. So you need to take care of the people around the farm and ensure that their health comes first. And with this, you can also be able to follow the COVID-19 regulations and make sure that people are maintaining the distance, they have vaccinated. And that is something that also here at Afarmers, we are really pushing for. There's a client we're working with, and these people, they're really sensitizing people again on COVID-19 matters and matters vaccination, how to keep safe in your farm. So we are really urging the farmers out there to go and vaccinate. Make sure your workers are vaccinated. Let's ensure that you protect yourself, and so that you can be able to protect others. And working together, we can build a whole nation. But make sure that each and every person, the health is okay. So Producers Direct are also coming and sensitizing people along. They're coming to your farm. They're coming where you are. We don't want you farmers to go. They're coming where you are. They're getting groups of farmers to come together and be able to vaccinate them and educate them about the importance of vaccination inside the farm and everywhere, so that you can protect, you as a farmer can also protect your family back there at home, your kids and your wife. So make sure every person in the farm is vaccinated. And with that, I can also touch a few on something that is also a cause of this mental disorder and anxiety, stress, depression amongst the farmers, and this is a factor of fluctuating market price. So I'm sure I'm sure you as a farmer have found yourself in a predicament whereby you've gotten the best tomatoes, you've gotten the best hojos, you've gotten the best chilies, but now where is the ready market for you to be able to sell? What is the market price? All these brokers are coming to you, giving you the lowest prices so that they can make the maximum profit. Fluctuation of market prices is also something that is stressful, that you invested so much as a farmer when you're farming, and now the produce is out. You've seen the good work that you've done, you've seen the results of the good work that you put in, but now when it comes to the farm, it's disaster because the prices are bad. They're down, and when you're going to sell, people even tell you that just wait. We wait for maybe when the season is good, like for maybe at watermelons, let's wait for when the season is coming, or let's wait for January when the mango season is coming, so you can be able to sell. And yours were ready maybe by December. Then you wait, and by the time you're getting to that January, still you expected the prices to be high, but now shock on you is the prices are lower than you can ever expect it. So you're selling at losses, and this is also stressful to this farmer. Oh my God, I can imagine what you put in, because you're considering you have children, you have to take them back to school. January is there. You also have the farm workers, you have to pay them. You also have the fertilizers you have to buy. You also have the machine and the tools that you have to pay for. People out there are even hiring tractors out there because they're not able to buy for themselves. Hiring a tractor per day, you've not even paid for that, and the market prices are fluctuating. So it also goes back again to the financial issues. That's why we were saying financial issues are 91% of the farmers' stress and disorder. So we need to curb these things before it gets out of hand. Yeah, we need to be able to know the policies, the right policies put in place for the farmers in terms of market price and all. We need to learn those and be able to educate the farmers about those, so that they may be able to learn and know which time is the best to sell this and which time is not the best to sell this. So I want us to take a very short commercial break, but we'll be back with more. Talking about, yes, these are the causes. We've talked about the causes. These are the causes of mental wellness disorders and all. But now, what are the results? What are the farmers getting into as a source, as a result of these issues that are coming up? What is the result of this mental illness? Yes, how are they affecting the farmers? How are they affecting their family? How are they affecting us even economically? So stay tuned. I'm coming back with more insight that you can learn. I hope this is also being very, very, very impactful and knowledgeable to you. You can also text me on our SMS line, and our number is right there down on the screen. Also on our social media platforms, that is Afarmers Media on Instagram, that is Afarmers Media on Facebook, and Africa Farmers Club. That club is a whole huge thing. We can go there, talk about our experiences on how best you've covered the mental wellness issues. Wapi ilikuangusha sana? What time were you down because of the mental issues and all? And if you don't want us to talk about it as mental issues, can we just spice it up a little bit and talk about the behavioral health issues that are getting to farmers because of certain distress in the society? So stay tuned. We're coming right back. Let me pay a little bit of my bills, and we're coming right back.
Crop-based diseases and nutrition deficiencies in crops for your successful farming. So if you want, I want to give you more information about the crop-based diseases. You can follow me in the farm to get more information from me. Okay, as you can see in this farm, we are producing here watermelon, and first thing to do when you are doing land preparation, you have to ensure that the field is free from bushes or any obstacles. And then after transplanting or after planting the seeds of watermelon, the spacing between rows from one plant to another plant is 1 meter apart, and from one row to another row is 3 meters apart. And when you have planted, you have to ensure that there is a proper sanitation, or you follow good agricultural practices in the farm. You have to ensure that your beds are clean. The system of cleaning the beds, you have to do hand weeding or hoeing to ensure that you are removing all the weeds in the farm, to ensure that you have a good yield in your farm and prevent different pests and diseases into your crops. And we have diseases that normally attack our watermelon plant or the fruits. We have blossom end rot. As you can see, as you check at your fruits, you can see at the end of the fruit the black spot. That is blossom end rot, and can be caused by the poor sanitation in your farm and poor handling. If you want to get more yields from this farm, you have to follow all good agricultural practices, that is sanitation, spraying, and ensuring that the farm is clean and you are giving water. Irrigation is good for you to success in your watermelon farming. So watermelon is a good crop to grow because it gives about 20 to 25 tons per hectare. So if you want to achieve that, you have to apply manure, poultry manure in that farm. You have to ensure that you are spraying with on time to prevent your crops from diseases and pests. And also we have the spacing. I've talked about the spacing, and also we can talk about the varieties. We can grow sugar babe, Amama globe. Also you can have a different variety according to your soil, but it grows mostly in various soils. And fertilizer application, you can apply it in splits or in either 4 splits. Before, you can spray a foliar fertilizer for flowering, Gatiti super flowers. That is a chemical from agrochemical from Syngenta. We can use that, and it can do better. So here, as you can see, we are growing these crops, and our ambitions are to go far. And we always teach farmers and help you to identify diseases. As you can see here, these leaves, they are drying up. This is not because of water. This can be rust, which affects the leaves of watermelon. And we have the blossom end rot. As you can see, the black spot here, this is blossom end rot, which normally affects young fruits of watermelon. And to avoid this, as I have said, you have to ensure that you have proper sanitation in your farm to ensure that there is no any alternative host for the pests and diseases. And another thing, before, you can also use a plastic mulch instead of putting direct to the soil. You can cover the bed with a plastic mulch to ensure that your fruits don't lie directly on the soil, which can be affected by the soil-borne diseases. This is to ensure that it ensures that you have clean fruits from the farm, and you attain the size that you want for the market, and you'll be good, and you will have a dramatic yield per unit area. Also, you can ensure that the birds, you have some birds that normally eat the the crop bird when it's still young, you have to make sure that you control the birds that are going to the farm. You can start raising the seedlings from the nursery where you can put a shade to ensure that that bird grows bigger, to ensure that they are not being eaten by these pests in the farm, to enable it to have more branches for you to attain your required yields per unit area. So as you can see, I've said farm sanitation, which is good, and you can see these beds are very much clean. So if you want to achieve more on your farm, you have to ensure that your farm is more clean, and you will be able to grow your crops without any fear, because the soil will be good and it will be free from diseases and pests, because you have cleared it, because there is no any alternative host for pests and diseases. And as you can see here, we have clean beds, as you can see by yourself. So I urge all of you to follow this routine and ensure that you have a good agricultural practices in your farm, so that you can attain what you need.
Welcome back, welcome back. How you doing? How is your morning? How best to kickstart your morning? With that coffee, with some amazing intel and information right here from Afarmers Media. Thank you for joining me. I told you my name is Zaitun Ali, but since now I'm a member of the club, yeah, you can call me Young Farmer Z. And I'm glad. I hope you guys are enjoying. It's a new team, new faces, new personalities coming to you right here on the breakfast show. Also upcoming is the mid-morning show with Noah Nasiali. There will also be an evening drive, that is the farm drive, with an amazing presenter that you're yet to see and meet. I hope you'll have the best time with them like I'm having with you. And as we continue after the break, just before the break, we were touching on the causes and all. But now after the break, we wanted to now talk about the results and come to a solution of how we can help them, how we can help these farmers and all. But before then, let me just give you a small update on the weather. There's Rongai that is a little bit cloudy, but it's gonna be sunny maybe in the afternoon with lows of 19. There's Kisii. Kisii is actually sunny. This is a place where people, there are farmers from Kisii. Talk to us, tell us how is the weather. How are you guys doing there? How is farming there? There's now Athi River. Athi River is going to rain later in the day with lows of 20. There's Lamu. Lamu is amazing for the sun because highs of 26. I'm actually planning to go on a vacation in Mombasa. See, February is here. And we are, please, horticulturers, floriculturers, please, we are on the receiving side. As per my dress, Valentine edition is coming. This is 1st of February. It's Happy New Month, Happy New Beginnings, and I'm sure hamjaanza kuambiwa ati I'm not seeing the value of Valentine's. Kidogo nitakuwa busy men's conference. No, please. Floriculturers, please, I hope you guys plant mapema and you're going to give us the amazing flowers and roses. For me, it's always a rose. Always a rose coming through. And before we continue, there's also the hashtag that you're using today, the hashtag Dawabora, Mazao Bora, and this is courtesy of the Market Access Upgrade. And they are giving us awareness on how to use pesticide, how to purchase the right one, how to spray in the correct way, how to dispose, and how to protect yourself when you're doing this. So make sure you check us or check them on their website as well, Markup on their website, and also on our pages on social media. That is Afarmers Media on both Facebook and Instagram, Farmers with a Z, and also on our Africa Farmers Club. You can see we are going to give you more intel on what they're talking about and sensitize you on how to use the pesticides. And also you can tell me how you're feeling the conversation is going on my social media handles at Ali_Zaitun on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Zaitun Ali. again, young farmer Z. So yes, quickly, let's continue. And we have seen that these mental disorders that we decided to call behavioral health issues are really affecting the farmer, okay? And some of the results that we've seen coming is amongst the first one, suicide attempts and suicide in its own case. Suicide has increased, and it's just the other day that we even found that it's not even in the farmers, it's all around the globe. And we can talk about DJ Lithium, may God rest his soul in peace. Was really depressed, and he left a suicide note to the family, and he actually took his life from the office. In the office, aliamka na akaenda job vizuri, but akaona zi life ni ngumu. You know, people out there, life is really hard. People are going through so much. So many demons out here, and you better be kind, and you better be loving, and also considerate to each and every one that you're working with. Same at the farms and all. Any person you're working with, you need to be considerate, and just bear in mind there. Really, someone is may be going through a lot, and the least that they need is just the peace and good working conditions and a good working environment, and just love and all. Let's share the love and peace in this country, because clearly economy iko mbaya, and also farmers are going through the same, and you find that this the distress, and most of the farmers are men, and you know how men are very reluctant when it comes to asking for help and talking about their issues. So most of them, they keep to themselves, and it ends up blowing up in the suicide now. Okay, we better learn how to talk to each other. And I know we say talk to someone, get a psychologist, but again, farmers, can a farmer leave the farm today at the afternoon? Niko na appointment with a psychologist. I'm sure that is just in our wildest dreams, it is almost impossible. Can we just find also, even if it's someone around where you are, to talk to? A problem shared is a problem half solved. Sisi, madam, we know best, because most of the time ladies don't keep to themselves, and they will burst out and talk to you and tell you this is what is going wrong, and this is what I'm feeling about this, and we need to work things out in this way, as opposed to men. So that is why the suicide has really gone up in the farming industry, because these farmers believe that people don't understand them, the nature of their trade, they don't understand where they're coming from, and this is a land that has been given the generation and generation and generation, and he cannot afford to maybe make things bad in that land, just to suffer losses in that land, or maybe not be as productive as the others. So he has a responsibility to keep in terms of the family. He has a responsibility, again, his wife and kids, to provide. He also has a responsibility, again, in the farm, to take care of it and ensure that the produce is well maintained, and also he gets the high yields. So guys, let's be kind to each other. Let's take one day at a time. We as farmers and everyone out there, we can talk about issues that are affecting us. If you cannot go to the psychologist, for them it might feel a little bit too expensive. It might feel like a little bit wasting of your time. But we have a group there that we say the Afarmers Club, where people share all kinds of experiences, the wrong advices they were given when it comes to farming. They share their workers' distress and all. They share their produce failures and successes. So we have a platform where we can air this. And aside from that, we also have circles out there that deal with farmers clubs that normally deal with farmers and understand their trade very, very well. And they're not hard to find. Nowadays, the internet is everything. Just Google Farmers Club Nairobi, or where you're living. Farmers Club Kitengela, which one? It can come and you can get that somewhere close to you, and somewhere where you can go and share out your issues. So that you can minimize the suicide attempts and the suicide, because we cannot afford to lose any other farmer. Farming is something that is close to our heart, and it is the heart of this globe everywhere. So we need farmers. They are really key human beings in this life. So another thing is a result of this is withdrawal in terms of you get to have a family, you have friends, but you just don't feel like hanging out with them anytime. This is because you're stressed, you don't think you're going to give your A game when it comes to maybe interactions and all, so you avoid all sorts of interactions and keep to yourself. This one makes you more depressed, guys. It makes you more depressed. I know there's a point that you might need time to chill, take a chill pill, and just think to yourself and just analyze things and maybe come up with a strategy and plan on how to make yourself better. But don't withdraw completely. There are people out here, maybe your kids, your wife, your husbands, that care for you and need you right there, and need you in the correct mental state for you to be able to at least interact with the people around you. Life is short. Life is very short. You never know what will happen next. So we need to maximize the relationships that we have and make them productive and really lovely and peaceful in always. So avoid withdrawing completely. You can take time off and think to yourself and maybe just reflect on what you're going through. But now come back and refreshed and energized and ready to meet each and everything that is going to be to come your way. I know challenges are hard. Challenges are many. They're not ending anytime soon. You finish with one, another one comes. Okay, the problems, they no go finish. Or yes, there's a song that tells you that. So you just have to find a strategy on how to deal with them one step at a time. So avoid the withdrawal. Withdrawal now leads to complete depression, guys. Complete depression. And then there's another thing that farmers go into when they're distressed. This is alcoholism. They venture and delve into alcoholism in ways that you could not even think of. Because you get stressed today and you're like, let me go for one bottle, just one for the road. One for the road. Tomorrow is, let me just add one more. I have some more time. Another one you add. And this now develops as a culture. It's behavioral issues that you're talking about. And it now your body starts being immune to it. You go to 2, you go to 3. Again, it's daily. Maybe you're going once a week or twice a week. Now you've started going daily and you end up in alcoholism without even knowing. We get addicted without knowing, guys. And this can be such a very challenging issue, because now you find whatever you get, the little amount you get from your farm, you take it straight to the baesa. And this one, for real, your family is the one that is going to really suffer in terms of financial development and all, because there are so many things and so many activities that require the finances other than alcoholism. It will also take time for you to go now to rehab. That is money again. So some of the, I know we can be stressed, but let's not bring certain problems to ourselves. Yes, if it's something we can avoid, let's try and avoid. We can just actually, we need to propose something. And this I saw in the US and America, that they tried, due to the high number of suicidal rates in the farming industry, they actually tried to get the psychologists to come to the farms of the farmers and talk to them at the comfort of their farms. So, and this, when you get someone to come and offer help at the comfort of your farm, that you're not paying for, again, out of the pocket, is something that a farmer does not really want to listen to or talk about. So if it's something that can be offered for free, that someone, these are things that need to be offered for free. They might get expensive because, you know, they are specialists and all. They get expensive, especially here in town. But guys, if we can get farmers club that can offer this for free, you get someone who's had the same experience. They can also be a psychologist, but also double up as a farmer, or has an experience on whatever you're going through. It can be better, actually. So they can come and talk to them in the comfort of their farm. They can spare, I'm sure, 1 to 2 hours, as opposed to telling the farmer that they go and spend the whole day at a psychologist's office, make the line, and again, they know they are required at the end of the day to meet the demands of the market. So if we can get these clubs to cater for this, that will be amazing again. So those are the results. And again, stress and anxiety, you can get that. You're not even productive at work because you're thinking a little bit too much. And when you end up thinking a little bit too much, you start being insecure, and this flows also to the people around you, your work colleagues and all. You think that everyone is just out to get you. Someone does not even want you to prosper or anything. You get insecure about issues because of the anxiety all the time. You feel that you're not equally good enough in whatever you do. So we can, all these are results of the stress and these farmers are going through, and we need now to find solutions. So what I wanted to ask, maybe, before we wind up, a question that is really touching my heart is that why do most farmers out here hesitate to ask for help? So on our social media platforms, make sure you tell me, talk to us and tell me, why do you as a farmer hesitate to ask for help? Okay? And amongst, when you're talking to me and you're telling me maybe your experiences, I can share some of the things that are assumed or have happened, and people assume that these are the things that why they don't like asking for help. It's because you may find that there's a Jama out there with a farm, and he has a wife, and the wife is equally able to run the farm, is equally concerned and eager to know and learn. But you as a Jama out there, you don't want to involve her in all this because of the gender roles that guys say your place is in the kitchen. Okay, let me just finish up, and now your place is in the kitchen. But now that's the case. If you have someone who is there willing to help you, you need to take that help, and you need to tell them that you can help you can just delegate some slight duties that don't need a lot of technicalities and all and difficulties. Just assign little things like as little as supervision. Supervise for me the workers. Maybe you've dealt with maybe domestic managers in the house, so you'll be in a better position to know how they relate to each other, how you can relate to them, and how you can make them productive. So my dear wife, please take up this and help me. So we need as farmers to take up the responsibility of asking for help whenever it is required. Team up, and teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, you cannot do it alone, especially those smallholder farmers. You cannot do it alone. We know you don't have the budget, but someone who is close to you and can offer the help with the less budget possible, you can just get them, because you also need the rest. Okay, so some of the solutions we're saying, apart from the psychologists, is also the support groups, the clubs that we were telling you, like Africa Farmers Club. Join those support groups. Those support groups are really helpful. Kina mama wanaweza kuambia out here there are support groups. We have women, we have all kinds of support groups. Let me start from team, the Kina Team March at you, all you women got babies team February. I'm sure even for February they've already started one women who delivered team February 2021. We also have women alumni from where we join all these groups. So as farmers, there are these support groups that you can also join and share and talk to people about it, and you can be able to grasp one or two things. You can be able to see someone's experience and know that you're not alone. These streets are tough, so you need someone to guide you and walk you through. So another thing is people out here, especially those who are psychologists or experts in this farming industry, we need to learn the art of the farmer, so that when a farmer is coming to you, he or she will feel that you're credible enough to be able to offer that help, in terms of what they're going through, what they mean when they say the harvest time is here and I don't have money, what they mean when they say I need transport, I need farm machines. So we need to equip these experts with the necessary knowledge on how to deal with the farm and how to deal with the farmers as well, so that the farmers can trust them and be able to talk to them for solutions and all. Another thing is we can always talk to the farmer in terms of we're not talking about framing it as mental health. We are framing it as behavioral health issues that we go through as all human beings, because we behave different and our culture is totally different, and the problems that we go through are also different. And you can be going through stress and anxiety, but if you don't, we cannot brand it all the time as mental health issues. We can just say behavioral health issues that are affecting the farmer, and we can give the necessary solutions to that. So as I come and wind up to the show, I hope it has been very, very, very educative. If you have any questions, tomorrow we're still meeting here, same time, same place, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., but with a different topic. We'll be able to also improvise and also bring on board experts, farm experts, to talk about the different topics that affect the farmer. On this breakfast show is always about the lifestyle issues that revolve around a farmer. We care for you as a farmer. We want you to learn, we want you to connect, we want you to grow, we want you to develop your farm into business and also improve your lifestyle as a whole. So make sure to join me, Zaitun Ali, tomorrow again, simply same time, 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. We're going to talk about another conversation, and I'll be also having a guest in studio, so you better stay tuned. As we wind up, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you keep yourself in the correct mind and state of mind. Make sure you're also doing self-care methods to ensure that you remain sane. I know the world can be tricky, but trust me, we are stronger than it all. So see you same time, simply same time tomorrow. Young Farmer Z is signing out.